Hi guys and girls, welcome back to my channel and welcome to video 4 of 4, the final video for the upcoming World's Strongest Man, coming next month, November the 10th and 11th onwards. So we've got a few alternate reserves that have been changed recently, and the first one is actually this chap here. So Bradenton, he's a Welsh newcomer who's showing real promise. The chap is absolutely massive. He's 6'6", 184 kilos. So pretty damn big, to be fair. He's up there with people like Hafu, and you know, he's recently, just very recently actually, won the UK Strongest Man, you see here, where he completely dominated that. And you know, the guy hasn't really been in the scene for a long time. He's had a day job. I think he's in the army or something like that. And he's the first Welshman actually to win UK Strongest Man. So he's now in there. So good luck, mate. Also, an update here. So Aaron Page from the UK, he actually was invited to go, but sadly, due to a passport problem, I believe he can't get a new one in time or something like that. He's not able to get an emergency one for it. So he, because of COVID as well, the restrictions are even tighter. He's unfortunately had to bail out, which I think has opened up the spot for Gavin or someone else. But irregardless, he's not going to be in it, which is a real shame. But hopefully we will see you at next year's Giants British Strongest Man, Aaron. Just keep training hard until that time comes, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, perhaps, like I said, you did give Gavin that opportunity to show what he can do and get involved. But you know, you're an athlete that's definitely going to be on the cards again in the future, I believe. So commiserations, but we'll see you soon. So next up, we've got Poland's Strongest Man, which is Vitatus Lalas, I believe is his name. If I've got the pronunciation wrong, please do let me know. I cannot work out how to pronounce it. Now, he's an Arnold Strongman winner as well, and is a very good athlete. But what I have heard is that he's recently become injured and he's decided to pull out. He's also said that he's not going to be competing in strongman anymore, further to that. But apparently he says that quite often. So maybe he wasn't actually feeling ready and he lied. He's not actually injured. I'm not saying he did lie, but who knows. But regardless, he won't be competing. So that's a shame. But I'll be honest, I don't know too much about him. It's not like I'm going to miss him. Obviously, it'd be interesting someone new, or someone I haven't seen personally compete at that level. But I mean, he doesn't seem to be that bothered. So it is what it is. So moving on to the next athlete. So this chap here, Gabriel Pena, he's an American, but apparently he's got Latino heritage. So I don't know what that heritage is. I can't really find much information on him. I don't really know anything about him apart from what I see on Instagram. But from what I have seen in his training videos, he does look very strong. So I think that he is going to do well. But I'll be honest, I couldn't predict what is going to happen. But he has been invited now, and he will be coming to the competition. So as I've been speaking about Gabriel, you would have seen that Australia's two-time strongest man, Eddie Williams, had to pull out as well. Unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions, it's so expensive and so difficult to fly from Australia right now. It's just not worthwhile for him to actually attend. So it's a real sad thing because, you know, he deserves to be there, but due to the global issue, financially, it's just not worth it. So he won't be there either, which is a real shame. But another good thing that's come from it is opened up the doors to another athlete, and we've got Irish Island's strongest man, current strongest man since 2016, which is ODwyer. So he's been invited. I believe it's his first ever appearance. So he is a reserve, and he's definitely going to be there if he decides not to change his mind, and obviously doesn't get injured prior. But I imagine he's going to be playing it safe, like all the athletes. They're not going to overdo it before because they need to be prepped nicely for it. So we will see what happens there, and obviously he's had that open to him, so it's a great opportunity for him to show what he's going to do. He is another British athlete, so obviously I didn't include him in the Britain's actual competitors because he wasn't originally meant to be there. He's been put through as reserve, but now he adds to the tally of the guys we've got representing England in general, you know, Britain, sorry. There's a lot of guys, you know, 2 from Scotland, 1 from Wales, 1 from Ireland, and the rest from England, you know, because we've got quite a few. So we're really representing this year, so that makes me even happier. Not that I'm biased at all. So good luck, pal. Hope I got your name pronounced right. Let me know if I didn't, and let's see how you get on. I know Rob Kearney actually tore his tricep quite recently in a world record attempt at the log press, where he went head to head here with Luke for World's Ultimate Strongman, and as a result, he's had to pull out of the competition, so he will not be competing, which is a real shame because he should have really, focused on World's Strongest Man more, in my opinion. But he does have that American log press record, and he obviously wanted to go for another. And it's fair enough. It's a PB and it's an achievement. But as a result, he will not be competing this year, and we don't know when he'll be competing next. So wishing you well, Rob. And it's a shame, but you have done a good thing indirectly by opening up the doors to Trey. So Trey, or Charles Mitchell III, as he calls himself on his Instagram, or Berserk Lifter, he actually won America's Strongest Man in 2018, and he did also recently go for a world record in the deadlift for reps attempt at 400 kilos, which he did on his own, by the way, in a garage with no help. He had to weigh all the plates himself, load the bar, etc. So he was a proper grafter, had no support from the World's Ultimate Strongman or anyone. Didn't actually do it, but he's showing real good signs as a promising athlete. I really think that he's going to do well. He's definitely one to watch, and I feel with a bit more time and experience, he's potentially going to be a very good contender in not just World's Strongest Man, but other events as well, and competitions, such as World's Ultimate Strongman and the Arnolds. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on, and I'm really happy that he's got the opportunity to actually partake, because he wasn't invited to Brian Shaw's competition that he's doing, which is interesting. Why? Maybe it's a bit clicky, who knows? Like anything, people can be clicky in all walks of life. Humans are like that, but Brian doesn't come across like that, but who knows. But anyway, good luck, Trey. Look forward to how you get on. So obviously, as we know, Martin Lissis, he's not going to be competing. He's the current World's Strongest Man. He actually had an accident where a car hit him, and apparently he's not recovered enough to partake, but I do believe he's preparing more for the Arnolds and other comps. So maybe he's a bit like Eddie. He got what he wanted. He won World's Strongest Man, and he's not bothered about coming back for the foreseeable future, or maybe just taking the 1 year out. Who knows? Hopefully we'll be seeing him again in the future, though, because it's like I saw him build up his career, win it, and then now he's not doing it. So it's a shame, but like I said, it's his choice. He was injured. We'll see what happens in the future. Hafu, again, as we know, he's not competing. He's officially retired. He's only focusing on boxing now for the boxing fight with Eddie Hall next year. And I think for his health, he's had a baby recently, like myself. He cares more about that than continuing to train and put his body under these extremes, because the guy has used a lot of PEDs, PEDs as they're known, and he's done a lot. He's put on a stupid amount of weight to do this record, 501 deadlift, over 200 kilos he was. He's dropped a lot of weight now, but the guy has done what he set out for. He's won Iceland Strongest Man many times, Europe Strongest Man, World Strongest Man. He's got a deadlift world record now, 1 kilo more than Eddie. So what has he got to prove? So he's also not in the comp like Martin. So it does really open up a lot of things for a lot of different athletes, newcomers and old timers. So it will be interesting to see. But I hope Hafu's doing well, and we'll see him soon for that boxing fight. So the last athlete that's not going to be there is Bibi. Now Bibi is a very big, strong athlete, and he recently, well, not recently, but a while back, he did post an unofficial push press world record here of 200 and I think it was 230-ish kilos. And but from what I've heard, he's pulled out because of a groin injury that he can't recover from. I don't think it was from this lift, but it also could be because of Corona and traveling. He might not want to come for that reason, or he might have restrictions. So he also won't be competing. But I imagine we'll be seeing him again in the future for some other competitions, such as the Giants comps. So again, as I said before in the videos, there's the information there if you want to subscribe. I am going to leave a link in the description so you can actually sign up. It's cheap, why not? If you want to watch it, it's better than just waiting till December in the UK to watch it on Channel 5, or watching bits and bobs from scraps on social media. I will be doing a full recap video on my top 5 athletes and the top 3 winners. Obviously, if you want to watch it for yourself live and get more backstage access, shall we say, that's the link to use. But anyway, guys, hope you liked today's video. And if you did, as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Amigo and Finis, signing out.